5 Hidden Rules of Buying a Birkin Bag. Walk into an Hermès boutique with enough money to buy a Birkin, and you may still leave without one. Not because your card was declined. Because with a Birkin, being able to pay is not the same as being able to buy. Most luxury shopping is simple: see the product, compare the options, choose, and pay. The Birkin changes that order. The product may not be visible, the choices may not be explained, and the timing may not belong to you. The bag began with a chance encounter in 1984. On a flight between Paris and London, Jane Birkin told Hermès executive Jean-Louis Dumas that she could not find an elegant, practical bag for a young mother. Dumas sketched an idea, and it became the Birkin. It began as a useful object. It became a global symbol of controlled access. Today, we are counting down 5 hidden rules that shape the retail experience, and explain why money alone may not be enough. Number 5, you cannot simply buy it online. Hermès sells many products through its website, including scarves, shoes, jewelry, ready-to-wear, and leather goods. But the Birkin and Kelly lines are sold through Hermès stores. There is no normal Birkin product page. No permanent online catalog showing every combination. No live inventory map. And no button that lets you select a size, choose a leather, enter your card details, and complete the purchase. Online shopping gives power to the customer. You search, compare, and buy without forming a relationship with another person. The Birkin requires you to enter a physical system. You walk into a boutique. You speak to a sales advisor. You ask what may be available. And the answer may not be a simple yes or no. It may be, not today. It may be, we do not have that size. It may be, we can note your preferences. Or the conversation may end without any clear promise at all. The first barrier is therefore not only scarcity. It is information. You cannot see the full supply. You cannot know how many other customers are asking. And you cannot measure how close you are to receiving an offer. Before the bag becomes difficult to buy, it becomes difficult to understand. Number 4, the Birkin you want may not be the Birkin that exists. People speak about a Birkin as if it were one product. It is not. A Birkin changes through its size, leather, color, hardware, stitching, construction, and finish. A smaller version may feel compact and collectible. A larger version looks closer to the practical travel bag that inspired the original design. Some leathers are soft and relaxed. Others create a sharper, more structured shape. Some colors are quiet and neutral. Others are instantly recognizable. Then there is the hardware, gold-toned, palladium-toned, and rarer variations. Every preference makes the request more specific. And every specific request reduces the number of bags that could satisfy it. Hermès warns that, because demand is high, the model a customer is seeking may not be available. Imagine that you want a Birkin 25 in black leather with gold hardware. The boutique may receive a Birkin 25, but in green. It may receive black, but in a larger size. It may receive the right size and color, but with different hardware. Or there may be no Birkin available at all. This changes the psychology of choice. In ordinary luxury, a high price usually creates greater control and more precise choice. Here, the opposite may happen. You enter with a detailed picture in your mind, but the boutique controls which physical object appears in front of you. The question is no longer only, what do I want? It becomes, how flexible am I willing to be? Number 3, there is no public, numbered global queue. The Birkin is often described as a waiting list bag. But that phrase creates the wrong image. A normal queue is chronological. You take a number. You know other people are ahead of you. Eventually, your turn arrives. Hermès does not present Birkin access as a public global queue with numbered positions and guaranteed delivery dates. You cannot log in and see that you are customer number 4382. You cannot calculate that your bag will arrive in 6 months. And you cannot assume that somebody who asked after you will receive a bag after you. The process depends on local inventory, individual preferences, and decisions inside the boutique. One customer may be waiting for one exact neutral color. Another may be open to several sizes and leathers. A newly arrived bag might be wrong for the first customer and perfect for the second. So time alone does not explain access. And uncertainty is powerful. A predictable list creates a future appointment. An uncertain wait keeps the customer alert. Every boutique visit may feel important. Every conversation may appear to be progress. Every phone call can create anticipation. The customer is not simply waiting for a product. The customer is waiting for a signal. And because the process is not publicly numbered, every successful offer can feel personal. Number 2, relationships may matter, but there is no official formula. This is the most controversial rule. Across collector communities, luxury forums, and media reports, customers often describe building a relationship with one Hermès sales advisor. They return to the same boutique. They buy scarves, shoes, jewelry, homeware, or ready-to-wear. They explain their preferences. And gradually, they become known as a client rather than an anonymous visitor asking for the brand's most famous bag. This is often called building a purchase history. But customer belief is not the same as an official published rule. Hermès does not publish a universal chart saying that a customer must spend a specific amount before receiving a Birkin offer. There is no confirmed global spending ratio. No official rule saying one bag requires 1 year of shopping. And no public guarantee that spending more will produce the bag a customer wants. The controversy became highly visible in 2024 when customers in California sued Hermès. They alleged that access to Birkin bags was tied to purchases of other Hermès products. Hermès disputed the claims. A federal judge dismissed the proposed class action in September 2025. The customers appealed, asking a U.S. appeals court to revive the case. The lawsuit does not prove that every boutique operates through a hidden spending requirement. But it shows how strongly some buyers believe that spending and access are connected. The structure of the sale helps that belief survive. There is no online checkout to remove personal judgment. A sales advisor may learn your preferred sizes, favorite colors, rejected leathers, previous purchases, and how quickly you can respond if a bag becomes available. The advisor may also know whether you value the wider Hermès world, or only its most famous bag. None of this guarantees an offer. A customer may spend money and still wait. Another may receive an opportunity with less history because of location, supply, timing, or flexibility. That unpredictability is why buyers search for a formula. Spend this amount. Visit this many times. Buy these categories. Then receive the bag. But the system remains powerful because the formula is never fully visible. Being known may help. Spending may matter in some experiences. Timing and flexibility may matter. Yet no single action guarantees the result. Number 1, the boutique controls the moment of access. This rule changes the Birkin from an expensive object into an experience of selection. With most luxury products, the customer chooses the moment. You decide to buy. You enter the store. You select the product. The brand accepts the payment. With a Birkin, the decisive moment may arrive as an offer. A sales advisor contacts you. A bag has become available. You may be invited to view it. And only then do you discover the exact size, leather, color, and hardware. The customer still decides whether to buy. But the boutique decides which possibility becomes real. Imagine waiting months for a call, then being shown a beautiful bag that is not exactly what you requested. Rejecting it may mean returning to uncertainty. Accepting it may mean spending thousands on a version you never planned to own. The bag now carries the emotional weight of the wait, the private conversation, the careful unveiling, and the knowledge that the opportunity may not appear again soon. This is where scarcity becomes theater. The bag does not need a large visible logo to announce status. The purchasing story does that work. To outsiders, it is a leather handbag. To people who understand the system, it may signal patience, relationships, knowledge, timing, and access. This is also why the resale market matters. On the secondary market, many Birkins can be bought immediately, if the buyer accepts the market price. The size, leather, color, and price are visible, and several bags can be compared at once. Resale turns the Birkin back into a conventional luxury product. But convenience has a cost. Desirable combinations may sell above retail because the buyer is paying not only for the bag, but also to bypass the boutique process. At retail, the challenge is access. On resale, the challenge is price. Hermès also points to genuine production limits. Its leather goods are made in France by trained artisans, and the company continues to invest in workshops and artisan education. The bag depends on specialist materials, hand skills, quality control, and production capacity that cannot instantly expand to meet global demand. But craftsmanship alone does not explain the mythology. Many objects are handmade. Few create this level of ritual around the right to purchase. The Birkin combines a physical object with an invisible social process. That is the real product. You enter. You ask. You wait. And eventually, perhaps, you are offered access. So, can anyone buy a Birkin? On the resale market, almost anyone with enough money can try. Inside an Hermès boutique, money may open the conversation. It does not guarantee the ending. Because the ultimate luxury is not always owning something expensive. Sometimes, it is knowing that not everyone was given the same opportunity.